debate on the vote on account begins for the second day today. Speaker informs Parliament that Prisons Commissioner General was directed to escort incarcerated death row MP Premaral Jayasekara to Parliament. GCE ordinary level examination to begin in January 2021. Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe to resign over health concerns.
Hello there, very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. Those were the headlines. Now news in detail. The Ministry of Education says that 2020 GCE Ordinary Level Examination will take place from the 18th to the 27th of January 2021.
Issuing a communique, the Education Ministry said all schools will be closed during the said period of the exam. The Education Ministry further noted that following the conclusion of the O-level examination, schools will reopen on the 1st of February. According to the Education Ministry, the period from the 1st to the 18th of January 2021 will be a study leave only for students sitting for the GCE Ordinary Level Examination. Meanwhile, the third term school holidays for 2020 will be from the 24th of December to the 1st of January, and first term for 2021 will begin on the 4th of January.
In some trending international news, according to foreign media, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is set to resign for health reasons.
According to foreign media, Abe, who had battled a disease of ulcerative colitis for years, wanted to avoid causing problems for the government due to the worsening of his condition. Speculation about the Prime Minister's health has been swirling for weeks but reached fever pitch in recent days after he made 2 separate trips to hospital for unspecified medical checks. According to the foreign media, Abe is scheduled to hold a press conference at 5 p.m. today, and he is likely to explain reasons for his resignation.
A look back at your local news. The prices of food in Parliament was the topic of debate today as well.
First topic I addressed yesterday was the quality of the food. Secondly, not all of these 225 MPs are eating from Parliament. The workers attached to the Parliament and drivers are also eating from Parliament. So what we need to know is the per head cost put forward by the audit department. Is it calculated by dividing the total cost by 225 MPs? If it is the case, it is disrespect towards us. If it is the case, please make a statement to Parliament. This food does not contain what you need from luxury hotels. What you get is rice and vegetables. Now people will think we are gold diggers. Thus, please make this statement. At least release the menu. Please correct this. At least through the Parliament release to the media. There has been a conflict with regard to the food in Parliament. Your fact is correct. The per head cost is arrived at by dividing the total cost by 225 MPs. But when I inquire into the matter, the per head cost for an MP is approximately 295 rupees. We will inform the House after properly calculating it. There are people in Parliament who don't eat out of a habit. There has been a statement made by an official during the new MP conference. So this official has made the statement without knowing facts. I suggest we should take action against these type of officials also. These are severe mistakes. If the cost is 250 to 300 and if they are making a statement that the cost is 3,000 rupees, we are requesting them to inform the House on what is happening to the remaining money.
More news from the Parliament. Speaker has informed Parliament that the Commissioner General of Prisons was directed to immediately escort incarcerated death row MP Premaral Jayasekara to Parliament.
People in the Ratnapura district gave 104,238 votes in the election to make Premaral Jayasekara a member of this Parliament. At this moment he is in prison and already he has filed an appeal to the Supreme Court. And bring the honourable member to this place.
There are instances in history where MPs in the remand prison who have appealed to courts were allowed to come to the Parliament. Take me as an example.
I was not informed about any appeal made by MP Premaral Jayasekara. It's a matter to be decided by the courts. Even I don't agree on taking away the rights of the people who voted for him. Therefore, I request the prison authority to make arrangements to bring him to the parliament.
අපි මේ අවස්ථාවේ මතක් කරනවා බන්ධනාගාර අධිකාරියට.
A prison officer attached to the Colombo remand prison was arrested in Burella along with 94.132 grams of heroin. Police said the arrest was made during a raid conducted by officers of the Western Province Crimes Division. The arrested prison warden is a 49-year-old resident of Sisirawena in Burella. The suspect is due to be produced before the Maligakanda Magistrates Court today.
Dambagalla police raided an acre of cannabis field on the Thanamalvila Kumaragama Lake in Monaragala. Police stated that 4 suspects were arrested. It is reported that the stock of cannabis has a street value of over 8 million rupees. The suspects are to be produced before the Vallavaya Magistrates Court today.
Good,
500 grams of heroin has been found in Dambulla. Police said that they were found in a parcel abandoned on a road in the Valekade area in Kandalama. The value of this is 5 million rupees.
The United National Bhikkhu Francis, current leader of United National Party Ranil Wickremesinghe, should step down from his position. These remarks were made during a media briefing held this morning.
අපි කියන්න ඕන ඊටාම ආදර ගෞරවයෙන් ඊටාම පිංසිද්ධ වෙයි කරුණා කළා එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ වර්තමාන
We kindly request the current leader of the United National Party, Ranil Wickremesinghe, to resign immediately and hand over the leadership to Honorable Karujai Surya, who is more capable for the position.
කියලා ඊටාම කරුණාවෙන් රත්නත්‍රයේ බෙලෙන් දෙවියන්ගේ ආශිර්වාදය තුලින් බුද්ධිය ඥානය පහළ වෙලා එබඳු කටයුත්තක් කරන්න ශක්තිය ධෛර්යය බලය වාසනාව ලැබේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
Several police officers, including 4 Deputy Inspector Generals of Police, have been transferred.
Accordingly, a total of 21 police officers, including 4 DIGs, a police superintendent and 10 assistant superintendents were transferred. The police headquarters said among the transferred officers are 6 chief police inspectors. Sri Lanka police said the transfers were made with effect immediately based on service requirements under the approval of the National Police Commission. The 4 DIGs who were transferred are DP Chandrasiri, LKD Anil Priyantha, GMHB Sirivardhana and AHMWCK Alahakon.
In some tragic news here at home, one person died in an accident that took place along the Molkava Bulat Singhala main road in Dambala.
It was reported that the accident had taken place when a tipper truck that was plying from Bulat Singhala to Molkava collided from behind into the bike. The deceased was the rider of the motorbike. Our correspondent stated that the accident took place in the evening. The deceased was the 20-year-old resident of Galahapitiya, Bulat Singhala. Our correspondent stated that the tipper truck was heavily damaged by an unidentified group and the driver of the tipper truck had been arrested by the police.
In news from the courts, former Minister of Health Rajda Senaratne and former chairman of the State Pharmaceuticals Corporation, Mohammed Rumi, who was involved in the controversial White Van press conference, were indicted before Colombo High Court Judge Gihan Kulatunga today.
They were released on a cash bail of 10,000 rupees and 2 sureties of 500,000 rupees each. The court also issued an order preventing the accused from travelling overseas and ordered them to hand over their passports to court. The case will be taken up once again on the 22nd of next month.
In sports news here at home, Blue Eagles and Colombo Football Club qualified for the finals of the 2020 President Cup after defeating Java Lane and Red Star.
The first semi-final match played at the Sugardasa Stadium in Colombo saw Blue Eagles and Java Lane settle for 2 goals at full time. The winners were decided through penalties and Blue Eagles clinched victory over Java Lane 4-3. The second semi-final match was played between Red Star and Colombo Football Club. At the end of the first half, Colombo Football Club were leading 2 goals to nil. Red Star then scored 2 goals during the second half and scores were level at end of full time. Similar to the first semi-final, this match was also decided on penalties. Accordingly, Colombo Football Club clinched victory over Red Stars 3-2.
From that, we bring to a close Friday's edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. For details of these stories and much more, simply log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Martin Satyanesan along with producer Senita Sena Naika. Good day.